Come on through. So how about I kick your ass, Osama? See you here. Yeah, so I'm from Chicago, born and raised on the south side of Chicago. I'm one of 4 siblings. I'm the baby. And Jewish, affluent. Family had a business that supported our lifestyle, you know. And, you know, kind of went to school. And it was challenging growing up, you know. South side of Chicago is, it's a funny place, you know.
In Kazakhstan, we say it makes you feel like a real man when you shoot.
It's a nice feeling. I enjoy it.
It feels good. Your body feel alive, good, like a proper man.
Especially when you're shooting a machine gun.
Well, there was a bully in the house. I called him my dad. And then there were bullies on the street. There's a lot of conflict at an early age. Just seemed, well, like I had my first fight when I was in 2nd grade, you know. These guys that call themselves greasers, you know, were picking on a group of guys in the playground during recess, and I kept telling them to stop, and they kept telling me to shut up. And for some reason, I didn't shut up, so they beat me up, or they jumped me, you know. No, I didn't get hurt, you know, it was over quickly, and, you know, it's just that kind of stuff. Meditation, Buddhist.
Is this where you meditate?
Lots of Buddhists. Yeah. Mm-hmm. My robes from when I was a monk, they let me bring them home, but I had to promise to be buried with them. Several of these Buddhists came to me from monks. They were gifts from monks. When my kids were young, and then, you know, my nephew, my niece. You gotta let your daughters think you never want to forget them when they're young, right? My daughters put it together, and there's kitty cats in. You gotta have a light behind to get the positive effect. We get a sweatshirt. So I was looking for a meditation teacher. I found this Thai monk and started practicing with him once a month. Started hanging out with him. We started hiking and meditating. He didn't have anybody else. He didn't have any other students. He spoke English. He wanted to teach Americans, and I wanted to learn meditation. So he wanted to hike, I knew how to hike, so we made a deal. I'll take you hiking, you teach me meditation. 2 years later, I became a novice monk in a new temple in Arizona, which I helped found. I mean, it was, you know, me and the monk together. It was my idea. I went to Thailand for the first time, it was 2 years ago. No, maybe 3 years now. Crap. Damn. 3 years. Where I lived in Thailand, there's a 15-minute walk to the Buddhist university. So monks from around the countryside could come stay. This abbot would allow them to move in so they could go to school, because if they stayed in their home temples, they couldn't go to school every day. They lived too far. So we would get up every day and do everything a monk does. At 5 o'clock, bang, bang, it's a beautiful bell. You know, the one with the big ass bells. Yeah. The culture of Buddhism in Thailand, like that. I mean, you can't separate Buddhism from Thai culture. Like New Year's Eve, they celebrate at the Thai temple. And here I am. I barely know Buddhism. I know nothing about it. And I'm in a Thai temple. And I'm the bull in the china shop, you know. The lawyer, 55 years. I mean, I was 10 years old and the oldest monk, you know. So it was disastrous from a social point of view. But from a meditation, transformation, I achieved what I went in for. I would like to have stayed longer. That was the plan. But the transformation was to start chilling out, start letting go of some of that aggression. I used to say to people, the way I feel about life is if you come at me hard, and because of the way I grew up, that I'm not, then, you know, I'm going to make you regret it. That was my attitude. Those days behind. I don't even go into a bar, much less own the bar anymore. So that's all back there, and now it's, you know, I mind my own business. I go to the temple. You know, when people start problems with me, because they still do, I'm out bicycling. People, I tell them, you need to breathe. You know, that's my new thing. You need to breathe. You know, this guy was like, I'm going to kick your ass. This is about 3 months ago. He said, he tried to hit me. We were both on bicycles. He tried to ride up and knock me off my bicycle because he was mad about something a friend of mine said to him. I said, I didn't do anything to you. He said, your friend did. I said, well then, you know, yell at him. You know, he's like, if you're still next to me in 60 seconds, I'm gonna fuck you up. And I said, I'm just riding. I'm not going anywhere, man. You need to breathe. I didn't have like a happy childhood. And I started running away the first time. I think I was about 13, maybe younger. Didn't last long. They'd catch me, bring me back. But by the time I was 15, I was pretty good at running away and staying away for, you know, fairly good periods of time. Yeah, my father hit me one day, and I just said, I'm just done. I'm done. I remember I went home, packed a bag, broke my piggy bank, you know, and took off. And I kind of just lived on my own, and I learned to survive. Eighth grade, I came under the protection of a gang. I met this guy. He was on the run too, and then he taught me how to burglarize. You know, so I'm like, oh, this is cool. Another way to make money. You know, because I would buy like marijuana and I would break it into smaller packages and sell it. And now I thought this is very cool. You know, so I became a specialist at stealing stereos. That was my thing. You know. His name was Dickie. They sent me to Dickie. And I went to him and I said, I want to be a member of the gang. And he said, okay, but you got to fight your way in. I took the job as mascot. And then the next year they became a branch of the largest Chicago street gang that ever existed. Probably the largest street gang that's ever existed anywhere.
In their flop hat uniform, the Pea-Stone Nation is one result of neglect. The Nation is a federation of 30 Chicago gangs. They're called Rangers, and there's an estimated 5,000 of them. They may have as many guns as the entire Chicago Police Department, and they're recruiting faster. Detective Richard Peck was one victim.
Yeah, Blackstone Rangers, that's it. Yeah, you look up the Blackstone Rangers in Chicago, and they were 30,000 strong.
The Rangers are out to kill me. They still send kites. Kites means that they send word to me that they want to get me. And they said they will get me. And they are outlaws. They extort money, rob people, and they do not like authority.
And then I got in a lot of trouble. Got arrested for drugs, and then I got in more trouble, and more trouble. Damn. And then I got involved with this youth group at this church. The youth minister there was very cool, and he convinced me to stop some of what I was doing and help him build a youth program. And so me and a bunch of other teenagers in the area, we ran this program. We ran it, and we protected the church from bad elements. We did a lot. So I've not had any hostility at all. I have to attribute that to my practice, my Buddhist practice, because that wasn't coming to me in the previous 55 years.